Tax mapping for Channel Manager. Hello Soften PMS users. This guide is applicable to the Soften Channel Manager users and Soften PMS users who are using SiteMinder and STA Channel Manager. In this video, you will find out how to do tax mapping for Channel Manager. With the tax mapping setup, reservations that are pushed from OTA to Soften PMS, the applicable tax will be automatically calculated for you in the guest folios. Well, before you proceed to set up the tax mapping, you will need to check if your hotel room sales are subject to taxes or fee, and if your hotel room charges on an OTA is tax inclusive or tax not inclusive. Check out this video to find out how to do tax mapping for each connected OTA in Soften PMS. Log in to Soften PMS. Select the correct property. To start the tax mapping setup, go to Setup, click on the General and then select the booking source and connectivity. To add the tax mapping, click on the Add Tax Mapping button. On the booking source, select the OTA that you want to set up the tax mapping. In this example, I choose Agoda. After that, on the tax type, you will see a list of the tax types that you set up on the tax setting page. Click on the tax type that you want to add for tax mapping. If the room charges of the OTA is included tax, please tick on the tax is included in the room charges from OTA checkbox. Otherwise, leave it unchecked. Once done, click on the Save button. By default, the tax setup status will be inactive, and once you are ready to activate it, you can turn it on. Let us show you some examples of tax mapping scenarios. Scenario 1, SST inclusive for Booking.com. Imagine that your tax setting on Booking.com for room charges is included tax. Let's check out how you should do the tax mapping setup in PMS for this scenario. Click on Add Tax Mapping. And then, on the Map Tax window, choose Booking.com as the booking source. Next, select SST as the tax type. Since SST is included in Booking.com's room charges, you will need to tick on the tax is included in the room charges from OTA checkbox. Once done, click on the Save button. Remember to activate the tax mapping once you are happy with the setup. Once it is activated, the next reservation that is received from Booking.com will follow this tax mapping style. Now, let's see how the room charges will be shown on the folio and reservation form when you receive a new booking from Booking.com. On the reservation form, you would see that the system has automatically ticked on the Is Tax Inclusive checkbox and SST 6%. On the guest folio, hover your mouse to the tooltips icon, and you shall see the room charges and its tax breakdown. In this example, the total amount before tax is Rm 161.79 and SST 6% tax is Rm 9.71 for the first night. Hence, the amount after tax will be Rm 171.50 for the first night. You may compare the booking amount in PMS with the booking email that you received from Booking.com. This is the example of booking email received from Booking.com for this reservation. The amount inclusive of tax for the first night is Rm 171.50, which is the same as the one automatically added in PMS. Scenario 2, SST exclusive for Traveloka. Imagine that your tax setting on Traveloka is SST not inclusive for the room charges. Let's check out how you should do the tax mapping setup in PMS for SST exclusive scenario. Click on the Add Tax Mapping button. On the Map Tax window, choose Traveloka as the booking source. Next, select the tax type that you want to map. In this case it is SST. Since SST is exclusive, please leave the checkbox unchecked. Once done, click on the Save button. Remember to activate the tax mapping once you are happy with the setup. Well, let's see how the room charges will be shown on the reservation form and guest folio when you receive a new booking from Traveloka after the tax mapping is done. On the reservation form, you shall see that the Is Tax Inclusive checkbox is not checked. Meanwhile, the system has automatically selected the SST 6% for you. In this example, the total amount before tax is Rm 125.45 and SST 6% tax is Rm 7.53. Hence, the amount after tax will be Rm 132.98. On the guest folio, hover your mouse to the tooltips icon, and you shall see the room charges and its tax breakdown. You may always compare the booking amount in PMS with the booking email that you received from Traveloka. Let's set up the tax mapping for each connected OTA, so that our system will automatically calculate the taxes applied for each reservation that was pushed from OTA for you.
Thanks for watching this video. I'm Lim Yan Ling from Product Department. My role is to design our product and work on HTML and CSS. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.